Hello, this is Lada from Radiant Yin, and I'm here with another entry and a message from Radiant Yin Diaries. We had a portal 1111, which was big, really shaky for some, and this energy came in really strong, and it's the energy of alignment. So we are being more aligned with who we are, which means any density, any old energy, any unprocessed emotions, unspoken words, wherever we were bending ourselves and folding ourselves in little shapes, that's all coming out. So if you're in this wave, you're feeling it. And the message is to stay grounded and feel. The ascension is happening within us. It's not happening anywhere outside of us. It's not happening out there with a third eye atlas, as I call it now. And it's not happening in other people. Other people don't have your answers, don't have your truth. You're the only person who has your truth. And we were really trained systematically to suppress and disconnect from our feelings, or kind of just, let's say, when we finally express them, we're so being judged by others that we actually invalidate our own truth and we shrink again. So then it becomes a cycle of shame. Whenever I express my feelings, it's shame because people around me can't have it. And the message is continue. Whatever is your truth is going to feel good. So don't focus so much on how other people react. That's up to them. That's really not your problem. That's their programming and sets of pictures and how they were raised and how much they molded themselves in different mold than they really are. So their reaction is not a reflection of you. But if you start looking too much out of, oh, I express myself and this is how people react, maybe it's bad, you lose yourself every single time. So as we're going through this process of ascension and all density, all energy is coming out, focus on how you feel. How am I feeling? I just had that conversation, or there was some tension around it. It was maybe a bit like hoo-ha, a little bit of a blow up, but wow, I actually feel consistently good. I feel, wow, I really stepped into part of myself that I was abandoning for a very long time. And that might be shocking for some. And I just want to tell you, yes, you're changing, but you're not changing into something else. You're becoming who you've always been. That's what's happening. That's the ascension. And it's happening within on all the levels. So for some, you might realize that some of your clear senses are awakening: telepathy, clairvoyance, clear knowingness, clear feeling, hearing. And for some of you like me who've been training this our whole lives, we are becoming more aware of our bodies, our emotions, our senses. Like we're really embodying, and I was like, whoa, this is how I've always felt. Or, oh, I minimalized myself. I shrank my light for somebody since I was a child, maybe for a parent. And and then I was choosing the relationships and playing the same game with everybody I met. And suddenly I can't do it anymore. I just had this awareness. I'm like, that's not my truth. I wasn't in my truth. And it's not a fault of the other person, right? They don't know, but you know. And you know you're freer now. And so whenever we act truly, authentically, it creates a massive amount of energy. And this is where I find the whole love and lighting and dissociation kind of dangerous, because if you start dissociating and kind of throwing that spiritual idea on everything, you're really disconnecting. And one of the symptoms is when it's just like, this person did it to me, and that person did it to me, and they did it to me, and they did it to me, and they did it to me. Uh, Instead of, wow, I've been making this choice over and over and over again. And suddenly, I'm not making that choice again. I'm not part of that game anymore. And for especially for women, the deep programming of likability goes so deep. Be nice, be nice. So, what does really nice mean? It's a strategy to be liked. And why do we want to be liked as women? Because we want to feel safe. In patriarchy, we were threatened constantly. Our lives were threatened. And don't stand up to the men, don't say anything, don't upset anybody. And then if you are awakening woman on a spiritual journey, another layer is when you have to also, oh, we got to also meet it with women, other women, because another programming for women is you got to always stay in a herd. You bend yourself in 50 million shapes and stay in a herd because that will keep you safe. And I know more and more awakening women, they're like, damn, I want to stand on my own because I want to have those relationships from a healthy place, not from a codependent place where there is a part of me that believes I can't make it. I can't make it. And the beautiful thing is that we're never alone. When you're truly, truly connected to yourself, grounded in your body and connected to your soul, you know that the whole universe is in you. We are the universe, and nothing is separate from us. So everything we see around us, it's a reflection of ourselves. So the ascension is not about dissociation, judgment, or ignorance and calling it spirituality. Ascension is about truthfulness, truthful connection, kindness, realness. And my friend said a beautiful thing. Charity starts at home. What does come to you when I say home? Is it you? Because this body is your companion for the lifetime. This body is a home for our spirit while we're on this earth. So if you think about home as something external or something physical, a lot of these energies will be purging, your relationships might be breaking, people might be calling you out and stuff. And the reason is because you see home something separate of yourself. And so the more we become at home with ourselves, the more downloads we're getting, information, connection. I know a lot of people right now are having problems with sleep. When I went through this, I call it unplug. I went through it in 2011 and 2012 when the word was still deeply sleeping. So part of my awakening was I'm not crazy. I'm actually awakening to the truth of the word. So I couldn't sleep. I would wake up every morning, 3 a.m. Remember looking at the moon. That was very soothing. I would write, I would paint, and then I was able to sleep a few hours in the morning. I wasn't able to go to work because I didn't have any tools or functioning support system to help me navigate this. But part of it is I had to go through it alone and find that trust in the source, in the universe, not in other people. And uh, so a lot of people are experiencing this now. They can't sleep. I was talking to a man yesterday in Hot Springs, a stranger. We started chatting, and he said, wow, that's so interesting. We're talking about the Schumann resonance and the big shift that happened on the 11/11. He said, I felt something. I was sleeping in my bed, and in 2 hours I woke up, and I couldn't sleep the whole night. And usually I'm really in my head. I can't sleep because I overthink. But I felt peaceful. And that's it. We got to be in our hearts and in our bodies, not in our mind. The mind was programmed very systematically. Our minds have been programmed. So they keep us in this illusion, in this disillusion that we are not divine, that we're not powerful, that we're not worthy. It is absolutely not true. And look what's happening. All the control systems on earth are shaking. The lies are being exposed. The control, the manipulation, it's all out there. We're in the middle of it. And that's happening because we are awakening as individuals. Each of us is awakening more and more to our nature. And so we're grounding more light on earth. And the light is exposing darkness. The only reason darkness is so loud is because the light is always stronger. And we've been programmed into living in darkness, inner darkness. We have our own inner personal hells. I lived in my personal hell. I know how it is. And the only hell that exists is within us that we create because we believe we're not worthy, we're not lovable, it's our fault, or we're victims of everybody. That's hell, isn't it? We're powerless. So as we're awakening, we are realizing, no, I am powerful. Like, I am the creator. I am creating my own reality. And there's peace to that. And tap into that. Really keep tapping into your body. Ground. If you jump on any of my meditations on YouTube, there's always grounding, how to ground energetically, and physical grounding. Feel your body, tend to your body, care for it, not from the vain, pre-programmed energy. How does it look? I'm gonna love my body when it has this shape and I weigh this much and I have this color. Love it now. This body is our companion for this lifetime. It has incredible amount of information within. And the more you can be with yourself, those information, those memories, those connections with trees, grass, earth, birds, any kind of animal, natural spirit just comes online because it's already been here. We were programmed not to look there. We were programmed to say, oh, this is not real. It doesn't exist. So I'm going to invalidate us. Be nature, tend to your body, laugh a lot, dance a lot. In my classes, we dance now. It's a big part of the medicine we create for ourselves because we feel the emotion, we feel the pressure. Dance it out, move it out consciously. It's not about getting high and leaving the body on a party with 500 people. Put music in your home, go outside, just dance, move your body, say hello to the trees, say hello to life. And that's the feminine. That's what we're awakening to. We are alive. Life is here, right now. Thank you for listening. I'm always happy for you to leave me your comments. How are your sleep patterns? So, as I mentioned, for me in 2012, I couldn't sleep at all. Now I'm sleeping 10, 12 hours a day. It's just such a soothing place to be on the astral and come back with all the downloads. And just a little note, don't try to understand the downloads. We were so programmed. You got to understand first to experience it. Just let it come in, experience it. That's so much more powerful. And the mind is starting to reset into your true vibration and releasing all the junk and programming and all those toxins that were pumped into us. Can be pretty great. Okay, lots of love. Bye.